Welcome to TET Online Tutorial, an initiative for competitive Sikkim, learning Sikkim, and leading Sikkim. Welcome.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our TET online tutorial. In today's video, we will be going through previous year TET questions to help you understand the exam pattern better. We will also cover some important questions जहाँनिर हामी CDP-लाई लिएर पनि theories-हरु अपलोड गर्नेवाला छौं. So stay with us till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. So let's get started. In our first question, we have identify the correct term for the definition given below. It is the ability to move fluidly between languages and a pedagogical approach to teaching in which teacher supports this ability. So, यो termलाई define गर्नको लागि there are four options given below. So, first one is translanguaging, second one is code mixing, third one is code switching, and the fourth one is code meshing. So, to answer this question, I'll give you a 10-second timer. In case तपाईहरुलाई answer याद छ भने, you can also comment down. So, let's get started. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is translanguaging. अब translanguaging भनेको के हो भन्दाखेरि it simply means using all the languages you know in a smooth and a mixed way. किन भन्दाखेरि to enhance teaching and learning. अब अरु options like code mixing, code meshing and code switching do not fully capture this pedagogical approach. So, हाम्रो correct answer is translanguaging. So here is the definition of translanguaging. तपाईहरुले यो definitionलाई pause गरेर पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Moving on to our next question, that is, a teacher notices that a student of class 6 is facing difficulty in reading out a paragraph from a book and also writes the incorrect spellings. Identify the type of learning difficulty that he or she is possibly facing. So यो चाहिँ एउटा very simple question हो, जहाँनिर चाहिँ एउटा class 6 को स्टुडेन्टले चाहिँ paragraph read गर्नुमा difficulty face गरिरहेको छ. Not only that, the student is also writing incorrect spellings. Now, we need to identify the type of learning difficulty that he or she is possibly facing. So, to answer this question, I'll give you a 10-second timer, so get ready. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is dyslexia. So most of you have already guessed the answer किनभने यो हामीले teaching and learning भन्ने पेपरमा learning disability भनेर already discuss गरिसकेको छौं, right? So dyslexia भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि it is a learning disorder characterized by difficulty in reading and spelling. नानीहरुलाई चाहिँ dyslexia मा के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ he or she will face difficulty in reading and spelling, whereas dyspraxia is all about motor skills. यो dyspraxia भनेको चाहिँ एउटा neurological condition हो which affects physical coordination and motor skills. Let's say, for example, a child with dyspraxia may have trouble with tying shoelace, riding a bicycle or कुनै पनि motor related skills सँग problem आयो भने a child is having dyspraxia. Now, another one is dysgraphia. So dysgraphia is mostly about writing. In case a नानीहरुलाई handwritings मा अथवा spellings हरु लेख्नुमा difficulty आइरहेको छ भने a child is having dysgraphia. Another one is dyscalculia. So dyscalculia भन्नेबित्तिकै हामीले calculations बुझिहाल्छौं. It is related with numbers. So a child with dyscalculia will have difficulties with numbers and maths. Thus, dyslexia is the most suitable option for a child facing difficulty in reading and writing. So, as you can see, here is the definition of dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia and dyspraxia. So, यो definitions लाई तपाईले pause गरेर पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Okay, next we have Mr. Serap shows a movie with subtitles to students of class 6. The movie is based on a chapter of an English textbook, and this will help develop. So there are four options given below, right? We'll try to figure out the question without using the options. Let's give a try and see how it goes. So in the first option we have listening strategies using verbal clues. Our verbal clues भन्दा नै this refers more to guessing meanings from spoken clues alone, not from subtitles and visuals. यसले चाहिँ subtitles र visuals लाई define गर्दैन. So this definitely is not the answer to the question which is being asked. So अब यो optionलाई हामीले यहाँनिर cancel गर्दियौं. Moving on to the next option, that is interest in watching movies for language learning. This might happen, but it's a side benefit, not the primary learning goal here. So यो optionलाई पनि हामीले यहाँनिर cancel गर्दियौं. अब last को option हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ there is active listening to reduce boredom छ, right? So reducing boredom is not the academic focus. The main aim चाहिँ हाम्रो के छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ to deepen understanding and entertainment. अब नम्बर सी को अप्सनमा हेर्ने भने there is listening with deep understanding and comprehension छ, right? So already हामीले फर्स्टमा हेर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मिस्टर सेरपले चाहिँ एउटा मुभी देखाउनु भएको थियो along with subtitles based on a chapter from an English textbook. जहाँनिर student will see the text and hear the dialogue at the same time, which connects visual and verbal learning. Since it is based on the textbook chapter, they already have some context which obviously enhances deep understanding and comprehension. So, हाम्रो correct answer is number C, that is listening with deep understanding and comprehension. Okay, so यहाँनिर तपाईहरुलाई मैले explanation पनि दिएको छु. So if you want to see the explanation, you can pause and see it. Next we have, according to Piaget, which of the following is a characteristic of the concrete operational stage? So there are 4 options provided below. So यो क्वेशनलाई हेर्यो भने it relates to Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development, which is a core topic in CDP. So to answer this question, you have 10 seconds. Here you go. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is number C, that is logical thinking about concrete objects. So हामीले हेर्यो भने Jean Piaget has already proposed 4 stages, right? So the first one is sensory motor stage, second one is pre-operational stage, third one is concrete operational stage, and the last one is formal operational stage. अब हामीले concrete operational stage लाई हेर्यो भने it is characterized by logical thinking about concrete and tangible object, reduced egocentrism, and ability to classify and understand cause and effect in real situations. So number C is the correct answer. अब egocentric thinking लाई हेर्यो भने it is seen in the pre-operational stage. So यो क्वेशन आन्सर हामीले यो अप्सनलाई हामीले यहाँनिर अमिट गर्दियौं. सेकेन्ड वानमा के छ, abstract reasoning. So यो abstract reasoning it also develops in formal operational stage, which definitely is not the answer to the question which is being asked. And the हाम्रो लास्ट को क्वेशन हेर्यो भने lack of object permanence छ. So this occurs in sensory motor stage. So यो पनि एउटा आन्सर हैन. So the correct answer is number C, that is logical thinking about concrete objects. Okay, so before moving further, I would like to highlight few things why opt our Stet online tutorial भन्दाखेरि we will be providing practice questions. Not only that, but also previous year questions, notes for CDP for only minimum charges up to 399. Also, यदि तपाईहरुलाई कुनै पनि थ्योरीजहरुमा या भिडियो लेसन्समा क्लेरिफिकेसन चाहियो भने you need to pay extra 500 rupees for the entire theories or lessons. So यो चाहिँ we are starting from 16th of June, and in case तपाईहरुलाई कुनै पनि doubt या queries छ भने you can WhatsApp us on the number given below. So next we have, a teacher helps students learn sentence in a systematic manner, which involves sequencing and pattern arrangement of words to make a proper and complete sentence with meaning. Which approach is the teacher using? So यो क्वेशनलाई चाहिँ अलिकति घुमाएर सोध्नु भएको छ. यहाँ चाहिँ के भन्नु हुँदैछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ टिचरले चाहिँ स्टुडेन्ट्सलाई सेन्टेन्स लर्न गर्नुमा हेल्प गर्नु हुँदै रहेछ, बट इन अ सिस्टमेटिक म्यानर. which involves sequencing and pattern arrangement of words. अब यहाँनिर चाहिँ चारवटा अप्सन दिएको छ, राइट? सो which approach is the teacher using भन्दैछ. Now we'll try to solve this question without using the options. So let us give a try and see how it goes. In the first option we have direct approach. अब direct approach भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it emphasizes speaking and listening, not the structured engagement of sentence. So हामी यो अप्सनलाई एमिट गर्दियौँ. अब सेकेन्ड अप्सनमा we have grammar translation approach. So grammar translation approach also does not focus on sentence and pattern arrangement. जुन चाहिँ क्वेसनले सोधिरहेको छ, क्वेसनमा के भनेको छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ इट इन्भल्भ्स सिक्वेन्सिङ एन्ड प्याटर्न एरेन्जमेन्ट भन्दैछ. बट ग्रामर ट्रान्सलेसन अप्रोचले चाहिँ इट डज नट फोकस अन सेन्टेन्स एन्ड प्याटर्न एरेन्जमेन्ट. सो दिस इज नट द करेक्ट एन्सर. नम्बर सीमा हेरौँ, द्याट इज अडियो लिङ्गुअल अप्रोच. सो अडियो लिङ्गुअल अप्रोच emphasize on listening and speaking. It also does not focus on sentence and pattern arrangement. So this answer is not relevant to the question which is being asked. Now last but not the least, we have the last option, that is structural approach. So structural approach भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it focuses on teaching language structure in a systematic manner. In this method, focus is given on a sentence formation and a grammatical patterns. So the correct answer is structural approach. Okay, next we have select the definition from the options provided below which best describes the concept of language acquisition. So here are 4 options which are provided below. अब यो चारवटा अप्सन देखि चाहिँ ल्याङ्ग्वेज एक्विजिसनलाई कुन चाहिँ अप्सनले बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब गर्दैछ, we need to figure it out. So to answer this question, I'll give you a 10-second timer. So here you go. Okay, time's up. So the correct answer is number C, that is the process by which people learn to use the language to communicate. अब language acquisition को definition हेरे भने नै in a very simple term, it refers to the natural and unconscious process by which humans, especially children, learn a language to communicate. For example, नानीहरूले आमा बाबा भन्नु पनि कसैकोदेखि सुनेर या फिर कसैले भन्दै गरेको अब्जर्भ गरेर नै उनीहरूले त्यो ल्याङ्ग्वेजलाई सिक्ने गर्छ, so that they can communicate. अब हामीले फर्स्टको अप्सनलाई हेर्यो भने it is the process by which people learn to understand the language. But language acquisition भनेको नै it is more than just understanding it, as it also includes speaking and communicating. So this is definitely not the correct answer. Number B को हेर्यो भने it is the process by which people becomes aware of the language. But awareness भनेको नै it is just the beginning, but acquisition means to use the language actively. So number B is also not the correct answer. अब number D को हेर्यो भने के छ भन्दाखेरि the process by which language is developed. This refers more to language कसरी इभल्भ हुँदैछ, but not how individuals acquire it. So number D पनि के हो, it is not the correct answer. Now the correct answer is number C, that is the process by which people learn to use the language to communicate. Next we have teacher while teaching a lesson keenly observes students' attentiveness and asks questions to check their understanding. If found that students fail to understand the concept, she uses different methods and aids to make them understand the same content. So this is an example of number A, assessment of learning, number B, assessment for learning, number C, assessment as learning, and number D, assessment to learning. So यो question चाहिँ हाम्रो paper assessment and learning देखि हो. So there are 4 options given below. So to answer this question, I'll give you a 10-second timer. So here you go. Okay, time's up. So the correct answer is number B, that is assessment for learning. अब assessment for learning भन्ने बित्तिकै नै the teacher checks students' understanding during the lesson and also uses that information to improve their learning. For example, formative assessment. हामीले यो क्वेसनमा हेर्यो भने नै यहाँनिर टिचरले चाहिँ के गरेको छ भन्दाखेरि द टिचर वाचेस स्टुडेन्ट केयरफुल्ली asks question to check if they understood and also change the teaching method if needed. So this shows that the teacher is using assessment for learning to help student learn better. Now the correct answer is number B, that is assessment for learning. यहाँ हेर्नुभयो भने तपाईहरुले एक्सप्लेनेसन पनि दिएको छ, सो यो एक्सप्लेनेसनलाई तपाईहरुले पज गरेर पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Now moving up to our next question, that is number 8. Which psychologist is associated with the theory of psychosocial development? So the options are number A, Erik Erikson, number B, Lev Vygotsky, number C, Sigmund Freud, and number D, B.F. Skinner. So to answer this question, I'll give you a 10-second timer. So here you go. Okay, time's up. So the correct answer is number A, that is Erik Erikson. Erik Erikson is the psychologist who developed the theory of psychosocial development. एरिक्सनले चाहिँ psychosocial stages of development लाई चाहिँ डेभलप गर्नुभएको थियो, where Vygotsky focused only on socio-cultural learning but not psychosocial theory. अन्त सिगमन्ड फ्रिडले पनि he focused on psychosexual theory of development, and B.F. Skinner focused on operant conditioning. So the correct answer is number A, that is Erik Erikson. Now moving up to our next question. So this is the last question for our today's video. So यहाँ नम्बर A मा चाहिँ question number 9 मा चाहिँ के सोधिएको छ भन्दाखेरि Nepali subject student of B.Ed course in our school internship is made to teach English. While pronouncing English words, her accents get influenced by Nepali accent. So this is an example of number A, negative transfer of learning, number B, lateral transfer of learning, number C, zero transfer of learning, and number D, bilateral transfer of learning. So here are the 4 options given below. You can comment down your answer and we will react a lot on the comment section for the right answer.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us going. See you in the next video.